Hi guys, it's me, V is for Virtue, and I just wanted to show you this headboard behind me that I spent all weekend making, and it was a lot of fun, and it was my first time ever making a headboard, but this just goes to show how easy it is. For a first time, not bad, right? So yeah, I pretty much just measured my bed and just did some really, non-professional sketches here, kind of trying to plan out the size of the headboard. I wanted something kind of grand, something kind of bigger and grand and luxurious, and so that's why I went with the higher headboard. I'm gonna show you what I did to create this headboard.
So first I started with the plywood that I purchased from Home Depot. I measured the width of my queen size bed, which was about 5 feet wide, and I got the plywood cut to that exact measurement. I decided to go ahead and apply the hooks before I started anything else. So once I was finished, all I had to do was just go ahead and hang it on the wall. These hooks I got from Home Depot as well, and they are supposed to hold 50 pounds each. So I applied the 2 hooks, which was fairly simple, and then I used this heavy duty cloth. Actually, it's like a belt from a dress, but I used this cloth to actually hang the board because the wire that I purchased was just too thin. After attaching the hanging elements, I flipped the board over and laid down the foam. I measured the foam, leaving about 3 inches around of exposed plywood so that I could attach the frame. I sprayed some spray adhesive on the back of the board and onto the foam, and then attached it to the plywood. Next, I applied batting on top of the foam, as you can see, and what I did was just stapled the batting around the edges of the foam. The staples were about 2 inches apart, something like that, and this was fairly easy. Next, I laid my fabric on top of the cushion. This next step is for demonstration purposes only because I decided to actually change the fabric. As you can tell, this is a different fabric. Now, before I stapled the fabric down, I made sure that all the design elements were centered and it was exactly where I wanted it. Then I went ahead and stapled the edges. I removed the excess fabric with a pair of scissors. Finally, I added the crown molding. I purchased it from Home Depot, and I just gave them the measurements of the headboard, and they were able to assist me with getting the right size molding. I applied caulking in between the corners where the crown molding didn't quite meet up exactly. This was an easy fix, and I know it looks a little goopy right now, but I just smoothed it out with my fingers, and you'd never know that they didn't meet. So I told you in the beginning that I changed my mind about the fabric. So this is the actual fabric that you saw in the beginning of the video. I just took the crown molding off, which was easy, and then just reapplied the new fabric that I wanted on top of the fabric that I already had on there. It was an easy fix. And this just goes to show you that you can change out the fabric. Very simple if you get tired or you just want to switch up the design of your bed. Really simple. Finally, we nailed the attachments to the wall and we were able to hang up the frame, and voila, there you have it. Now, it's not 100% complete. I do have to go around and paint the crown molding. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it white or not. And I might add some other embellishments as well, but this is the headboard. It was pretty simple. I did it in a weekend, and I just wanted to show you guys how easy it was.
This bed cost, this headboard, not the bed, the headboard, all of this was under like $200. And to get a button tuft or, a fabric headboard nowadays, it's going to cost you anywhere between $3 and up. So that's why I decided to make my own. And plus it's custom, and the crown molding costs like $30 just for those 3 sides, the top and the 2 sides. So if I would have gotten some other type of framing material or something that wasn't as big, it would have been cheaper. But you know, I also had to get a staple gun. I had to get some other materials that some people normally have laying around their house, which made my expenses a little more higher. But if you already have a staple gun, if you already have staples, if you already have some crown molding laying around or some plywood, then of course it's going to be a lot cheaper. I don't know, it just looks like a piece of framed art, and so that's what I wanted. And I definitely am feeling this blue color. I want it blue. My room is pretty much neutral with the wall color, and I might leave the wall color this way because it's pretty fine. It's kind of like a tan color, and there's some tan in this tapestry here. But yeah, and then I went and got some pillows to kind of mimic the color in the fabric on the headboard, and this is the finished look.
V is for virtue.com.